Welcome back. My name is True. We are Green Room Radio. I am here with Miss B from Who's That B Talking To? I
Hey
mean,
everyone.
did I say it right?
You said it right.
Who's That B Talking To? She has her own show here in town. She's a guest host today. We have Mr. Shane Sparks,
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
famed choreographer out of LA. And of
Hey.
course, our guest today is Miss Kyla Nicole Healey.
Yes.
Hey.
How are you? How are you,
Hi.
Kyla?
I'm wonderful. How are
All right,
you?
I'm good. So now I get to ask all the questions, so I
Mhm.
really get to know you. So from the start, where are you from?
Long Island, New York, originally.
Long
Grew up in
Island?
New York. Yeah. East
Okay.
Coast.
How so you grew up there. At what age did you where did you go from New York to what?
Well, I moved to LA right after college and I studied dance, musical theater, vocal performance. So I grew up in New York doing that since I was 3, dancing, singing, acting. And
Mm.
then after college, I just moved to LA by myself. I just had a feeling, intuition,
It's kind of
and
crazy because
only
you
child. So I was like,
yeah.
I'm spontaneous.
Yeah,
I don't need
yeah.
anyone to
You have a
tell me.
really good you don't give me the New York vibe. You have
Oh,
a
really?
yeah, I feel like you have a very West Coast
Like
type
a
of
mix. I think if you know me,
once you
if
get to
you
know
get to
you
know,
more.
it comes
Yeah.
out, and
Okay.
I'm pretty much I'll tell it how it is, or I'm pretty. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm coy, like I'm empathic, but
So as far as
that's
musical stuff, you started out in dance, you said. What
hmm
style of dance?
modern ballet, jazz, a lot of
Okay.
Where did
leggy.
you take classes at? And
Oh, everywhere. I mean, well, when I was younger, I used to dance competitively.
okay, dope.
So I did
Okay.
that for many, many years since I was 3, and then I went to took classes at Steps here and there. I traveled with a few dance companies, Zodiac Dance Company,
Mhm.
and I used to perform like Alvin Ailey City Center, all over New York,
Got you.
Manhattan Movement Arts Center, and tour for a few years with.
So you was a real dancer. Like you wasn't
Yes.
somebody who just did it and then they decided to sing. They were
No,
serious.
I mean, I always loved doing it all,
Right, right, right.
and but my roots were growing up dance in the
I
musical
love
theater,
it.
and I would always, like I don't have old, home videos of me like, dancing Grease and just going crazy, like
So once you're a trained dancer like that, I mean, can you pretty much do any style? I mean, can you hip hop dance? Can
Yeah, I
you
can get funky too, but I
Yeah.
prefer more graceful, leggy,
Yeah,
contemporary,
100%.
postmodern, weird stuff, but
Yeah.
and jazzy, sexy, but
Yeah.
What
I don't
what
know, yeah, I guess so, you
No, it
depends
makes
on the
it
mood.
makes sense. It totally makes sense. Some people go out of character when they do a certain dance that they're not used to, and you'd be
Yeah,
like, you fit better." Like me, I fit
you can
better in
tell in
the
your body.
street. Like, but if I was
Mhm.
going to contemporary because I could dance, I could do it, but it's not my forte.
It's
So I
not
won't.
innate,
Yeah, exactly.
but
So
so
it's good
how
to
old were you
fuse.
100%.
when you got to LA?
I was how old was I? Uh, 20, 21.
How was that? I mean, was it kind of a culture shock from New York City or
Well, I did grow up in Brooklyn and a little bit too, like for 4
yeah.
like 2 years I lived there and some places in Manhattan, but yeah, it is a little bit of a culture shock. I think I moved there, like, because I just for the entertainment industry, and I just had a feeling that I needed to be there. I
Mhm.
didn't really know that many people, but, um, it depends. I think LA can take you down or bring you up depending on who you
100%.
know.
Yes, for sure.
100%.
Not about industry-wise, but just having good
Yeah.
valued people with good morals and just focus on their craft, not drugs and partying, because otherwise it will really take you down and, like, it's easy to get there, and it's a sad thing, but a lot of
Yeah,
artists struggle with that too. So,
100%.
I resonate with that.
Did you go through that phase at all?
A little bit,
Did
yeah.
that happen in New York or did it more so in LA?
I think, yeah, New York, you start a little early, but I think more LA actually.
Yeah.
There
No,
is a
I
darker
I feel
side,
yeah, I
so
feel like
I have a
yeah.
question. So you're more jazz, right?
Mhm.
What made you go jazz more in that world as opposed to what everybody else is kinda doing right now?
Yeah. Well, I feel like fuse genres.
Uh-huh,
My roots are in jazz, but the way I
uh-huh.
express myself is with crossing and fusing
Okay,
genres. But
okay.
I've always had an old soul kind of sound. I used to listen to vinyl records with my
Yeah,
dad since I was 3, just like
yeah.
by the fireplace. And I loved like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah
Uh-huh.
Vaughan,
Yep,
Julie London,
yep.
Doris Day. Just I've been always an old soul. And everyone always said, "You sound so sexy when you're singing." I'm like, I'm not trying to be sexy. No, like
It's a
honestly,
Yeah.
like
spirit,
I'm
man. You
not.
just
When
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
when I
It's
It's just
saw
the
your
spirit.
truth.
Yeah.
performance, you can definitely cross over. It didn't
Mhm.
hit me like when somebody says jazz, it's a very particular. And
Mhm.
like I said, I could hear I could hear the jazz, obviously.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think you could obviously cross over
Yeah, like
into
with
a
my
lot of
original
different.
stuff, it's a fusion now, more like indie, pop, even like folk, rock, Middle
Yeah.
Eastern, and
Yeah.
jazzy.
Hell
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
eclectic.
Yeah.
What about do
Yes.
you think you could ever do like like some of these voices in EDM? Some of
Yeah,
these
well, there's
girls that
always
sing.
I love a good, like, sexy female vocal
Mhm.
over, like, a dance track
That
that's
would be hard. That
ethereal,
would be
or
so
they even have,
hard.
like, like, the Nina Simone track, like, you can do
Yeah.
a jazzy deep house chill vibe. I would love to do
It
that
would
with
kill at the
Afrojack
clubs.
or Steve Aoki, and they're
Oh, yeah.
friends, so, we'll
Yeah.
collaborate. We'll see. We'll feel it out.
You clip me.
Yeah, because I
So
know I
You clip me.
it's being in the
Love it.
jazz space, it's a very niche market. So
Mhm.
anytime I've met somebody in jazz, I'm like, I feel like you need to branch a little into other things like you're saying, just to get more people.
Hmm.
Jazz is always like
It
seems
is
like it's an
niche,
intimate it's
but I
very
also like that, though. I like it
yeah.
that it's a smaller community that
Mhm.
everybody knows and it is niche.
Right.
Yep.
I think you can establish your own lane in that way and
Yeah.
not as saturated,
Mhm.
and it's community
Well,
Yeah,
based,
I'm
which
I
I like.
curious about how you got into jazz. Well, actually, you said you used to listen to vinyl records
Yeah,
with your parents,
still do always. I have a
and
big
you still
collection,
do.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's really sweet. What is it about jazz and then playing that music that resonated with you so much?
I would say I would always feel, even when I was, like, very young, like, this melancholy or yearning and this
Mhm.
nostalgia, like,
Mhm.
I always felt really connected to jazz, like, I've heard it before. It would make me emotional,
Ooh.
so that's
I
where I
love
always
that.
felt like I was an old soul, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it mirrors the times. It's the darkness, it's the lightness, it's a dichotomy of sorts. It's beautiful, it's worrisome, and a lot of artists, they struggle with, deeper issues,
Yeah.
addiction, and it has grit to it, and it's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfect. That's why I like it. It's not perfect, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. It's authentic and real.
I
Oh,
feel
thank you for
like
sharing that.
yeah.
Mhm.
I feel
Yeah.
like jazz is probably one of the styles that hasn't been compromised yet
Right?
by the
AI is
mainstream.
trying to, but they can't.
Yeah.
You can't replicate it. It's so
AI is trying to do
Yeah.
jazz?
No, it's
Oh.
for real on Spotify. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
it is?
taking, like,
Oh,
little
that's
artists and
not gonna
just
work.
making fake albums. It's
Ah,
horrible.
I can
yeah.
pick it up right away. You can't replace
Yeah, they're
real
like, "You have a
human
new album
Yeah.
voice.
out." Like, "No, they don't."
Yeah.
I'm like, "That
Look,
should be illegal."
the fact that
Right?
you just said that's something I was thinking about the other day.
Mhm.
The generation that's coming up right now won't know nothing but what they're seeing right now. They
Mm.
won't know the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s of music, dance, video,
Well,
performances,
they're
like
too lazy
real
to
stuff.
research.
They'll only know what they see from
Mhm.
the internet.
Well, that's why we
Mhm.
have
It's
Miss
crazy.
Kyla Nicole Healey to put
100%.
people onto the
Yeah.
jazz.
Bringing back the
100%.
old with the new,
Yes.
fuse it. Mhm.
Exactly.
So in the style of music you're in, I mean, is it have you spoken to like is it the same route? Have you spoken to agents or anybody that, to represent you or any type of labels that have you looked
Yeah,
into any
well,
of
I'm
that?
independent right now, and I think it's really important to own your masters and
Mm,
own your
100%.
catalog, and that's really where your strength is and where
100%.
you I mean, if there was a right deal that came along where I wouldn't have to lose my integrity and I felt really represented, yeah,
Yep.
I'm
That's what I was gonna
open,
ask
but
you. Were there any has there been any times that you've met with any type of label where, you know, I know it's a big thing in the business, and I say not only for women, it's also for
Mhm,
men, obviously now, but the pressures of these people and these labels, trying to get you
mhm.
to sign, but you gotta do X, Y, and Z.
I know there's so
Have you
many, like, horror
experienced any of that?
stories and a lot of artists that
Yeah.
are
It's
leaving their
horrible.
labels
Yeah.
and being independent,
Yep.
direct to consumer. There's too many middlemen. We just need to
Oh
have
god.
direct to consumer, so they
100%.
buy the album. There's not all these crazy fees with Ticketmaster, all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the power,
Yeah,
really.
what do all you guys think about, these ticket prices right now?
I tell you this. You know Eric Sermon, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Eric Sermon did something on the internet the other day. He said,
Mm.
if you go direct to consumer, he said, do you know if I had 80,000 fans or whatever, and I sold them something
Mhm.
for $1, that's $80,000 in my
Yeah,
pocket. He
exactly.
said, if I sold something for $5, he started adding it up. He said, just think about that. He said, you could do that. So this dude created an app where you could put your music, your movies, whatever you want to put on there and sell it direct to consumer and make the money to not paying
Mm.
10, twenty
Yeah,
percent
no, I
to
love that.
somebody. Like the world is changing so drastically right now,
Mhm.
and it's making the people that grew up that did all that crazy stuff look so crazy to me right now. Like I don't want to go back into too much, but TLC, New Edition, Boyz II Men, all those groups was getting ripped off and sold millions and
Yeah.
And they
millions of
didn't
records,
know until
and
they checked, right?
100 didn't know until they
They
got a
thought they were
check.
doing well.
Yeah, they
They
thought
did
they
a
Yeah.
then they get
1,000 shows, they're
a
like,
check.
"Where's the money?"
Imagine getting a check for $187. I mean, I'm sorry, $1.87. Imagine going on
Yeah.
tour, selling
That is
records, having a
it's
number one record that beat
so
Michael
filthy.
Jackson out, and then they give you a residual check for
Like, is this
$1.87.
Yeah.
facetious? I don't even know what to like, what
What do you who
they're
wrote
probably
that? Who
Did
was
you
like,
see
So
did
good
you
you're
s
independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
uh
see
Yeah.
For now,
TLC at that
until a
Yeah.
award
good
show?
opportunity comes by.
when they
Mhm.
talked about the money and how they
Yeah,
got
where
ripped off?
TLC was
100%.
actually had Grammys,
It was some
and they were
Yeah.
interviews.
talking
They were
about
like, "Oh,
how
we don't know
they
where the
don't they don't
money
have any
is."
Oh,
money.
yeah, I saw
Bro,
that.
like,
Like, how
how
do
is
you
that
not have
real?
yeah, like, how do you not have any money? I mean, it's just I feel like in the music industry from what I'm seeing, I feel like we're at a changing of the guards. I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
all the older
The
people
artists
are
are uprising,
y
there's gonna be
people are
more
shifting
talk.
out,
Yes,
and
Yeah.
I just
yes.
hope that, the next batch because I do feel like labels do I love the independent thing, but I feel like if they wanna play with you and they wanna stop that, they
Mhm.
can also still do that,
Mm,
Yeah.
you know?
You gotta
But
read the fine print.
but,
yeah.
hopefully, I'm hoping that, things keep moving. Somebody told me they thought we were gonna shift Man. You know who that is? The rapper Man?
No, I haven't
I
heard
think
of him.
so.
He was a younger guy, but he said he thought everything was gonna be NFT. And he
Mm.
broke it down to me on every level, and I was like, wow, I was, like, impressed because I don't know much about NFTs. They're
Yeah,
they're
with
they're kind of a weird, strange area for me, but he was saying, like, you buy songs individually as NFTs, and then
Hmm.
you don't know what it's gonna do. So if it ends up winning a Grammy, that NFT you bought is gonna shoot up in
Okay,
value.
so similar to, like, the
And,
uh-huh.
like,
stock value of your
and he
catalog or
Like
songs.
Bitcoin or something?
Yeah.
kind of,
Kind of,
Yeah,
uh
that makes
yeah.
sense, but then
Didn't the
it's
NFT
relative, the value though, right?
he really
Depending
Yeah,
broke
on
it
yeah,
down.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he really broke it
Mm.
down on our show, and I mean, it made complete sense to me. I don't know if that's where we're going, but
Did the NFT I heard the NFT drop, though. The whole concept of the NFT. I could be wrong, but I was listening to something not too long ago. It was like, everybody thought the NFT was gonna be blah, blah, blah. But then all the people bought all these NFTs and can't do nothing with them now.
Mm.
So I don't know where it's at right now. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
y yeah, I mean, do you own any NFTs?
No, not personally,
Yeah,
but maybe if
it's kind of funny when you think about it. It's almost like, a piece of paper.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's like
I
I
still
draw
like
something up
cash.
yeah.
Hard cold
That's what I'm
cash,
saying.
just
Give me a
I'm like,
kidding.
check.
"Here,
Or
do you
like
wanna"
real
I like
albums.
physical tangible things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
albums,
Yeah.
vinyl.
Yeah.
Speaking of albums, can
Mhm.
we talk about the debut EP you got coming out on June
Yeah,
28th? Can you
very
Hey,
share a
excited.
little
Oh,
bit about that?
Yeah, it's called Butterfly, and it's
Mhm.
my first all original EP of 6 songs. Yeah.
Oh.
I started writing when I was younger. It's a collection of songs since I was, like, 19. I wrote, this one song, "River on the Walk," and they're just a collection of songs that are about love, even addiction, grief, loss, I guess, finding new love when I thought all hope was lost, and just rediscovering my own spirituality, along the way and having someone embrace all of my weird enigmas and
yeah.
eccentricities after when you get in relationships, you put on a certain front,
Yep.
a version of you, at
mhm.
least
Yep.
early on, and, like, some people don't really appreciate your soul and who you are,
Yeah.
so finding new love again and, like, just being appreciative that there's real people out there.
Well,
That's
that's
so beautiful, and it makes
Mm.
Thanks.
sense with the title, Butterfly.
Yeah,
Like
coming out of the
the
cocoon and
coming out of the
still in the
cocoon.
chrysalis though form, I'm not
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm evolving and
Yeah.
growing, but I still have some more work to do before I, blossom and truly
It's a
evolve.
Right.
process.
But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
process.
yeah, the
Exactly.
thing
I'm
I like
so excited to check it out, by the
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
The thing that I like about jazz, I like how it's kinda like, you tell a story,
Mhm.
and that's like a big part of
Yeah.
it. So I had the privilege of seeing you perform, and it was
Mhm.
cool the way you kinda take people through the story and what the
Yeah.
song means. Are you still working with the AI stuff, like the video that
Oh,
you
yeah,
had done
well, I
before?
designed, like, some AI videos to go along
Mhm.
with it, my, like,
Mm.
alter ego, Sable Raye, and it kinda goes through different
Really?
scenarios. Yeah, 'cause I think
Interesting.
It was super cool.
moving in the
I
future,
love
it's a
that.
combination instead of, like, not just I like to embrace a little bit of the
Yeah.
AI and use it as well, but it just shares, like, a visual journey because for this album, it's not just jazz, I mean, it's more kinda like indie pop, ethereal chill, Middle Eastern, like, one song's kinda folky, Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez vibe, so It's different than I have usually do or, like, what I've been performing because I usually just perform standards for my first album.
Mhm.
So, for this, it's a little different, but I wanted to cross infuse
Is
genres.
is there gonna be a vinyl?
Yes, there is gonna be
There is?
vinyl,
Hey,
and it
That's
should be
cool.
out for
Awesome.
we have a release party and also a new Sunday jazz night in Los Angeles. Are you live in LA or
I live here now. I
Oh,
lived in
okay,
LA
okay, but
for
if
Yeah.
years.
anyone's in LA, it's gonna be at the W Hotel
Okay,
Oh,
Loft. They're
okay.
opening up a
that's
new
awesome.
musical venue space. It'll be Sunday
And
jazz
what's that
night.
date again?
June
Okay.
28th when it comes out, and we'll be selling vinyl. That'll be a big feature for the
Yes,
featured
that's
artists. They'll be able to sell their vinyl, do meet and greet, and
Yeah.
sign the vinyl, which I love, you know?
so it's gonna be on
Mhm.
the rooftop of Dre's? Kinda like where they
It
had a
used to
club
be
up there?
Dre's,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, it used to be Dre's, yeah.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
put some money into it. Beautiful sound system right off, like, the pool, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
nice,
dope.
great
That's dope.
instrumentalist
Is
musicians.
vinyl people used to always tell me
Yeah.
vinyl's so expensive to make. Is it still really expensive? I'm seeing a lot of
It
artists.
is and not. I think it depends
Yeah.
on your distributor. I mean, if you can definitely make the money back and more,
Oh, yeah.
Right,
you
right.
know, if you sell them for 30, 40, 50, you know,
Okay.
but no, I'm really excited about 28th and also Brian Kennedy and his wife, Angelique Sinalou, they're Grammy Award-winning artists,
Mhm.
producers, singer-songwriters. They're also gonna be doing the jazz night with me,
Ooh.
performing, and I think maybe sing a song with her too. So they're very accomplished, and they've worked with everyone, Rihanna, and
Oh,
just
nice.
everybody under
Right,
the sun.
right.
He's a very talented pianist, Brian.
I have a
That's
question for
great.
you.
Mm.
Tell me about your mama
My
and
mama
dada. Because I know
Mama
I read a
Mel,
little bit and they
Melanie.
were saying your dad was an actor, your mother was a
My
painter or
dad, yeah,
something like
originally
that.
started as an actor, a
Wow.
stage actor who's
Yeah,
very theatrical and dramatic, great
that's dope.
resonance and tone. My mom's an artist. She
Okay,
does, like, oils, watercolors,
so
landscapes.
and
Yeah.
what impression did they give you? What did you take from them too as a person and as an artist?
Oh, they were always so supportive since I was young. We
Okay.
always would listen to different types of music, such eclectic things under the sun,
Mhm.
from Middle Eastern to classic rock to even metal and classical, just a very eclectic range. And I was always growing up in the arts, always seeing movies and theater,
Yeah,
Broadway, and I
yeah,
always just admired all the old Hollywood glamorous actresses like Lauren Bacall and Marilyn Monroe and
yeah,
Rita
yeah.
Hayworth and
That old
Gilda, like
Hollywood,
old
boy.
Hollywood. Like
No, for
that's what
real.
I'm trying to bring back, like old
Yeah.
Hollywood, like glamour
Mm.
witch. 'Cause
I
I'm
was
like witchy and spiritual too.
I
So
was thinking
that's
because
my vibe.
you remind me of Amy.
Oh,
Is
thanks.
that Amy Winehouse?
Winehouse?
Yeah, I keep forgetting her last name, but not
Yeah,
that
I
you
love
look
you.
like her or anything, but it's just the energy. It's the same
Mhm.
vibe that I would get from her, like somebody who's very talented, very spiritually inclined, and just has this energy about her, and
Yeah, I can
Mhm.
see that.
that's what I get, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, she
nobody's gonna change that, you know? You go either change things or you're gonna stop, and I don't think you're gonna
yeah.
stop, you know what I mean?
You just gotta be you and be authentic, and, like,
100%.
I was kinda maybe scared to be vulnerable because like, some of my writing has more darker elements or not even like this EP, but I have been writing a lot more, and it's just you just gotta be vulnerable because we all go through things,
Yeah,
and it's sometimes hard, but
yep,
it's
be
beautiful at
honest.
the end,
Yep,
yeah.
Do you write
right.
all your own stuff?
I do, I have, like, so
Okay.
many different
How do you feel about the
books and novels.
ghostwriting thing? Would you be open to it or,
Ghostwriting?
like, for somebody if somebody wanted to ghostwrite you
Oh,
a song or you just
me a song or them?
like, if they
Either
wrote one for you?
I'm open to that as well,
Yeah.
but I do write a lot of my songs. I
Mhm.
have a lot of different books and
Yeah.
poetry.
I
Yeah.
think for your style of music, that's important because, like I said, you're telling a story about your life,
Mhm.
and that's the best way to
But no,
bring
I
it
like to
out.
Yeah,
collaborate. If there's
yeah.
synergy,
Yeah.
Yes,
for
that's what I
sure.
was about to say,
You
yeah.
can't really force that. If it's there, then
Yep.
yeah.
What was
Yeah.
your first song you ever wrote? Do you remember it?
Yeah, well, I talked about it, briefly.
Uh-huh,
I think it was earlier than I was 19, but the first one that I really remember, 19, it
uh-huh.
was called River on the Walk, and that was about falling in love for the first time.
Okay, okay, okay,
Mhm.
I see. And where's that guy now?
Is he still at the river on the
Yeah,
I
walk?
don't know.
exactly. Is he down
Probably
it rolling down
probably
a river?
creeping from afar.
Just watching from the
Definitely watching
sidelines
like a
Definitely
creeper, yeah, for
watching.
sure.
what I coulda
I
had.
can't blame
That's
him with
funny though.
that.
So what inspired you to
Okay.
start writing poetry at that age?
I don't know, I just always used to just like to write down my thoughts. I had a lot of things going in my mind. I guess it's a good way to it's like catharsis, get it
Mm,
out, channel it, express it, and I don't know, I've always started writing poetry. I think that's where the songs come from, like the lyricism.
Mhm.
at least sometimes it's a melody, something in my head, or
Yeah,
like it's something I write and then I assign the music after.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know, just usually at night too. I'm a night owl, like
Yep.
3 AM. The witching hour at
Oh,
like
you do
12 to
that.
3 AM,
You
that's
do
when I'm
that.
working.
It's weird how songs come to you, right? It's the
Mhm,
weirdest thing in the world. Like, you can sit there and be like, "Look, we need to write nothing." But then you could be sitting in the car, sitting in the room,
mhm,
whatever, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, I need to write this down really quick." It'd be a number 1 song.
mhm.
Number 1
Usually in the
song.
bathtub for me. I like
Yeah.
water, the shower, the
Ooh,
bathtub.
yep.
That's
It's
nice.
where I rehearse too,
Do
for the most
the
part.
singing, yeah, the singing in the shower.
Nice
Yeah.
acoustics.
So, where are you at right now? Like, are you dating, engaged, married, and how does that affect what you're trying to do? If you are.
I have a very supportive and loving partner.
Okay.
We aren't, married, but probably soon to be.
Okay, that's amazing, though. Take your
He's
time.
also my manager as well.
Okay,
He's been working as my manager, so we work together business-wise
Good.
and
okay.
personally,
Gotta
yeah.
have somebody that loves you behind you, I'm
I
telling
know
you.
I've never had this much love and support before.
Yeah,
So
that's
I feel like I'm really in a
everything.
good place where I can blossom
Yeah.
and be myself and be appreciated artistically and as a woman
Yes,
too.
yes. When you have that base, that base, none of the stuff out there really matters as much as
Yeah, yeah.
some people who don't have it. They
It's
jump to
true.
everything. But when you have
Yeah,
a base, you like, "I'm good,"
because you're
because you
filling
know
your
you're good.
void with
Yeah,
other things.
100%,
Mhm.
so the stability is everything when it comes to this to anything, but, so it's good to have that, and I just hope that everything stays tight like that because they would try to this industry
Oh,
will try
yeah.
to tear it apart.
I know.
I know.
God! I hate
Yeah.
it, man.
Well,
Like,
it's true, people are jealous, so they
yeah,
How do
man.
you
spew
s
things.
yeah, how do you
Mhm.
separate the management from the dating?
No, we're working
Ooh,
that we're
that's a
working
good
through that
question.
now.
You know,
Yeah.
something I'll say, where I can relate to that
Mhm,
is when you do go all in, because I outside of, who I was with for most of my career,
mhm,
I did manage a couple girls, and you are when you go all in, you're all in. Both of your lives are connected,
Right.
mhm.
and it's like, you know, if you weren't dating, the other person I mean, it's a lonely road out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you need 2 people with the same vision. And then, I just wonder how, you gotta keep the business over there and the relationship
Right, right.
over there.
Mhm.
I
But it's good to have that because especially in this day and age with the way the industry is,
Yep.
that sets the wall right there,
100%.
because they gotta go to him
Mhm.
versus
That's what I'm saying.
I
That base is
Well, I think
everything.
it's good to have someone who's protecting you and wants your best
Yeah.
interest
Mm.
genuinely, doesn't want necessarily stuff from you that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fine line navigating a relationship,
Mhm.
Yeah,
business and personal, but I think they're both interconnected too.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question for you.
mhm.
Is there anybody out there that you would like to collab with?
oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I love Raye, and I love Sienna Spiro. They both have that raspy, old school jazzy
Uh-huh.
vibe. She's really rising now, and she just has such a nice resonance and tone. And I really love Raye's journey because she wasn't able to release her album because her, label was making her hide it for, like, I don't know, 7 years or something, but
Wow.
they shelved it, and
Wow.
it took
Wow.
her so long to get out of that
Hmm.
contract, and now she really just found herself, and she has
Yep.
now the I think her soul really is in jazz, but I love what she does with even the house
Mm.
and stuff. I think she started in house doing, like,
I'm not
writing
sure.
for others. She was
Okay.
writing for other artists, singing
Yeah.
to other
Ha
singer-songwriters,
have
but,
have you wrote for anybody else?
no, not yet, but, I would
Something
love
you would
to.
like to do?
Yeah, I I
Yeah.
I write a lot of folk songs too, like, I in
Okay.
like, little folky country. I could do a lot of that as
I
well.
see.
I
This is
do.
this is totally off to the left. Who's your favorite rap artist?
Hey.
I always tell people I can looking at someone's playlist tells a lot about the person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start with hip hop. Who's your favorite hip hop guy? Just right off
Like
the rip.
like current?
Current.
Not like R&B, hip hop?
We can go R&B too.
Oh,
If
okay,
it's
because I love, like, neo soul
Yeah.
R&B, like D'Angelo, Erykah,
ooh,
Badu,
Badu,
Lauryn
yep.
Hill vibe,
Uh-huh.
Jill
oh
Scott.
yeah.
See, the thing about when you talk to artists like her is you're not gonna get no bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cuss. They're not
I
gonna
would love to
like
work with them too, like,
yeah,
I
you're
love
not
me
Oh,
some neo soul,
yeah.
R&B, jazzy, okay.
Yeah, because you're
Yes.
not gonna they're not gonna say what everybody else would say. Like, they was talking to Diana Ross one day in an interview, and they was like, "So what do you think about the Britney Spears and da da da?" She was like she paused, she said, Well, to be honest with you, I really like the way Beyoncé is going. She has a beautiful voice. She started
Mhm.
naming off singers, the singers, and it was like she looked in the camera like almost like, "I am not gonna say I like Britney Spears and I like this
Well, she
person, I
was
like person."
navigating it towards
Yeah, yeah,
what she resonates with.
yeah, she was and it was you could just tell it's one of those things where when
Yeah.
people can really sing, they're really talented,
Mhm,
and I'm not saying Diana Ross was the best, but she was one of the best as far as, like, artists and,
mhm,
she's not gonna be saying, "I like this manufactured stuff," where people are like
mhm.
digital and da 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 da, and be like,
Yeah.
she's not gonna fall down that rabbit hole. No.
Are you trying to say True was trying to manufacture a trick question?
No, no.
No, he wasn't. Yeah. No,
No.
Nothing though.
that's crazy. I saw Erykah Badu and Lauryn
Mhm,
Hill probably for the first time over, I'd say, the last 5 years.
mhm.
Insane. Probably 2 of the best shows I've ever and the thing with them, and it could go into exactly what you're doing is, not only were they singing, but they were controlling, I feel like, every instrument.
Ooh,
They were
Yeah,
in tune with every single person on that stage.
very
really?
synergistic, and
Yeah,
it's
and
community-based spoken word, it's very
yeah, I
artistic
was like,
and
Yeah.
"Holy
soulful.
cow." I think, Erykah Badu or yeah, it was Erykah Badu was doing the drum machines while she was
Really?
I've
Mhm.
yeah,
seen her do that,
it
yeah.
Yeah,
was
she's a
insane,
producer too. Mhm.
so I was like
What's your favorite part about performing?
My favorite part actually is less about the physical and more about the spiritual, like, closing my eyes and, like, resonating with that frequency that I'm singing.
I
Mhm.
see.
That's my favorite moment, at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about who's there or even what you're singing, it's just that
Mm.
frequency, but
Your
yeah.
flow.
The flow, yeah, it's
Yeah.
more internal. Obviously,
Mhm.
there's a performance, it's an outward thing, but it's
Right,
really a
Yeah.
personal thing,
and
and I think that's how you bring people in
that's what I was
more
about to say.
by having your own world.
Yep.
That's the real value, at least when I see an artist, they really bring you in.
Yeah.
It's really for them, but
You're letting them into your
in
world.
essence, it's more for the audience. It's like a
Right.
dichotomy, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
when you're performing, do you ever look at people in the crowd?
Oh, for sure,
You
yeah.
do?
No, I like to walk around and engage with people in the
Yeah.
crowd too.
Yeah.
Dance a bit and say hello. I do.
I know it shocks people
Depends
when
on
they
the venue, but, like,
Yeah.
yeah, if it's more like Cabaret-Style and people are
Mhm.
sitting in supper theater, then yeah.
Uh-huh. I was about to
Mhm.
say, I know it
Yeah.
shocked people when they see you sing and they see what you look like, and then you start moving with some
Start moving.
control, and I know they like, "Damn,
Yeah,
like,
because you do have that
killing
old
it."
Hollywood, like, glamour to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
with that, like,
100%.
'Percent.
soulful essence you carry, so I can definitely
Mhm.
see that.
Yeah. Yeah, you
How
got a lot going on, man.
how long did it take
Thanks.
you to lose the New York accent?
I never had
You
one.
never had one?
None.
No, because I
Really?
grew up,
Really?
like,
Oh,
acting and drama,
Uh,
musical theater. Maybe it comes out, like, on the phone with my mom or, like, some of her friends, or some of
mhm.
yeah.
Do do
Or
they
if you're
kinda
getting
Get straight
partners,
to
like,
the
yeah.
point about something. You
Yeah, or it
just
gets a little
uh-huh.
heated, then maybe,
you're
then it
like, "Oh,
does
Exactly.
it'll come out
it
that
does
way."
come out a little bit.
do
Uh-huh.
they still
Yeah.
live in New York?
No, they
Your
moved
mom?
to Florida.
Moved to Florida,
Natural
okay,
progression.
Oh my gosh, so many
okay.
different coasts.
Mhm. I like visiting Florida, though, it's
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
I have a
East Coast.
question. Do you have any friends? Do you have any
What?
friends that you hang out with? No, I'm just saying because
Of course she
Yeah.
has friends.
Where you were her
the
friends.
Okay, my
the
bad, look.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, like, usually when you're this deep into the industry and you're so focused on what you have to do, you have a relationship, you have your manager, you have your career. Do you have
Mm,
anybody that's close to you that you trust, that you kinda, like, bring to your shows, that's there when you're creating,
mhm.
that's your dog, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, no, I do. I think it's gotten smaller as the years go on,
Yeah.
more refinement because I think it's hard to find genuine
That's what I'm
souls.
talking about.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have a few close friends and girlfriends. I've actually met more through my partner,
Okay.
people that I like and trust.
Okay.
Um, it depends, yeah. I'm focused. A lot of people that I'm close with are in the industry. They sing or dance or do makeup.
Yeah, yeah,
One of
yeah.
my good friends is she does my makeup artist and
Va
Yeah.
hair and stuff.
Valentino too.
Beautiful.
And yeah, my dog.
Yeah. Her dog Valentino travels with her.
Yeah.
That's
I
what's
Yeah,
up.
hear.
it's hard to find people that are really supportive or not
It is.
jealous
Yeah, I
You
know
were
that's
just you were
that's
just
my whole
talking
point of
about
asking
that.
the
yeah.
question. It's not like I don't think you have friends, it's just I'm wondering, like, what is it? How is it right now at this
Yeah.
time of your life? Because a lot of
I don't
times
even say that in a pretentious way, I say that, like, because 'cause
yeah.
I've had to cut off a few
Yeah,
people that I
exactly.
didn't think they were, and they said all these horrible
Yeah,
things behind my back
100%.
kinda thing,
Exactly,
jealous, so
and
I
you
was
get
like
yeah, no, so
Do you find that in the field you're in? So in jazz, when you go to places and you mingle with other singers, does it feel like they're trying to compete with you, or do you feel like they naturally are
I
happy
think it
for you,
depends on the
or
person, but for the most part, I think jazz is very open, we're in a receptive community. a bunch of
Mhm,
cool cats, and if you're good and love your craft, they would love to work with you and collaborate, and a
mhm.
lot of shows, they call me up if they know me, a lot of it's spontaneous, but
You
improvisational,
yeah,
but
with your album, did you have to bring in a band for that? A live band? To
for for the first one, yeah, it was
yeah,
live instruments, but the second
okay.
one it was a mixture.
Yeah,
There was
you're gonna
live
need that
piano and
for yeah.
guitarist, but then it was, like, production as well, like, through Pro
That's the
Tools.
hardest part about traveling, is being able to
Yeah,
take
finding
an
different
ent
instruments,
yeah, finding different instruments. I know nowadays a lot of people
musicians.
don't know it, but, we don't travel with a full band.
Mhm.
We'll pick people up from wherever we're going
Yeah,
because
if we're traveling all over,
yeah,
unless you
and
bring a
that's
band with you, but then that gets pricey,
that gets
yeah.
very pricey.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Uh,
I have a question. So I know you've been doing shows.
Mhm.
What's your favorite show that you've done? Like as far as like venue or just energy that you got from a crowd?
My favorite was definitely in Australia at the
Oh,
Mona
really?
love
Museum,
Australia.
in Tasmania.
Tell us
Mhm.
about that.
Shout out to Dave
Okay.
Walsh and his
Hey,
wife, Kirsha. They're very eclectic, artsy people. They
there
own
you
the
go.
museum and have a gorgeous, they say farmland. It's like an entire island in Tasmania.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang,
With all the wallabies popping around and all the weird
that's crazy,
creatures,
right?
Like,
See,
what are you
Tasmanian
gonna
devils.
whole
We
say?
different
we saw them
world.
at night. We went on a little expenditure in the car.
That's crazy.
But no, this museum is just amazing. Like, part of it is subterranean and, like, it's a mixture of, like, you'll see an old Renoir, but also, like, eclectic new postmodern exhibits, like, strange things, some
Mm,
disturbing, some unique. But where I performed was in the Nolan Gallery, and it's really
okay.
meant for live performance
Okay.
and jazz, and it's a gorgeous space, and I had such an amazing, quartet band, a pianist, upright
Really?
bass, saxophonist who plays the violin femmes. He also
Oh,
plays the
man.
contrabass, which is like that
I
giant,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
very exceptionally talented, and we just had such synergy, and we didn't actually have time to rehearse. But they looked over my music and the charts and even my original music we played too, and they interpreted all my different arrangements without me there. We
Right,
Zoomed, we
right,
talked on the phone,
right.
but it was all live when we performed, and they really just interpreted so beautifully the
That's
arrangements.
yeah, because they talented.
They
Yeah,
You know what
talented,
I
I
and
was
they
gonna
mean?
feel
say
they've
that.
worked with
yeah.
together, so there's that synergy,
Yeah.
they trust each
Yeah,
other,
Yep,
they have that
yep.
team
and if it's all about
energy.
that trust. If you don't have that trust that you can really lean into it,
Yeah.
and improv do their solos as well as follow the charts, it's like, you can tell,
Yes.
there's a disconnect.
And on top of that, this might not personal, but I just wanna know, do you have any insecurities? Is there anything that you do where you just like, I hate when we have to do this or whatever, you know what I mean?
Like, when performing or
Like
in general?
performing, yeah, just like when you do your shows, if there's certain things you don't
Definitely.
wear, certain things you don't sing.
More about sound.
Okay.
If the
Oh,
sound
yeah.
guy's not on it, if the sound is not right, I'm not anxious about performing, I'm anxious about the sound.
Right,
We need
right.
Yeah.
somebody EQing, leveling the frequency, especially with my
Yeah.
new mic because it's the cardioid condenser, so
Let's
it's like
go.
you can record with it
Yeah.
and live, so it needs phantom
Interesting.
power, so it's a bit sensitive, so you need a good sound person
Yeah,
to understand that.
what I was gonna tell you, what's
That gives me anxiety.
interesting
Yeah, that sounds anxiety
I
inducing.
bet.
the
Yes.
most interesting is most sound guys are from, like, the
Mhm.
metal
Or
age.
sound girl. There's
Yeah,
sound girl.
sound girl or guy,
Yes.
Sound
but
lady.
they're from rock and roll.
Hmm.
So I get scared sometimes, like, "Hey, like, you guys need to
They have to
tune this." They
understand,
have to
yeah.
understand what you're, programming,
Especially the
so
different genres, it calls for different
oh,
things.
yeah, and, when you get the guy that's, like, the old school rocker, he's just, he's used to doing rock,
Mm.
and,
Yeah.
they do that a lot at the nightclubs out here in Vegas, and, I
Yeah.
can hear it, and I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh my god." I'm like, "Who programmed this?" And
Right.
it's a rocker sound guy.
Mm.
Do you have any dream destinations that you'd like to perform that you haven't hit yet?
For sure, I would love to go to Japan, like Blue
Ooh,
Note,
that'd be a good one.
Tokyo, and places in Napa Valley, and Italy, France.
Mhm.
There's so many beautiful spots, but I
Yeah.
love Blue Note LA, Blue Note New York.
Was the Australian style of jazz or the people, were they receptive to you, or is it
Very
very
receptive, yeah.
receptive? Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
I
Anything in China or anything?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to go Europe, all over the world, and definitely go back to Australia and London.
Okay.
London was great. I got to record at Abbey Road,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
was really
that's
excited.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's iconic.
it was. Yeah, I loved all the old, like, Newman microphones that the Beatles use. Yeah.
Cool.
One of our
Oh,
friends,
the
my partner's
silver, yeah, the
friend,
silver one.
his Alan
yeah.
Blumlein, his grandfather was the inventor of stereo. So he created
Crazy.
stereo.
What?
So
Like,
yeah,
what?
so that's how we got to perform there. He's like a good friend. He's funny, but
Wow.
he was part of the musical team that was put together that we got to record, and that's also coming out in vinyl too. That should
Nice.
be a little earlier than June 28th, but I'll let you know when that's gonna be released from
Okay.
Abbey Road.
I have
Yeah.
something true. Once when you're not dressed, made up, ready to sing, whatever, what's your day like? Like, what do you do to chill?
Ooh, like a regular day in the
Yeah, like a
life.
regular
Yeah.
day.
I like yoga. I like to
Yoga.
chill. I'm usually not very glam. I feel like it's like a dichotomy. Either I'm like very relaxed in my in my partner's oversized clothes. I
Right?
honestly wear his clothes most of the time. It's either his clothes, moo or like glam.
That's what I wanna know because 'cause I'm like, I see you
That's
You
here.
most
got 3
ladies.
moods.
Yeah. But no,
Mhm.
I like to meditate, do yoga, watch TV. I'm pretty chill. I like to go to the farmer's market, museum, anything artsy, see shows,
Yeah.
hang out with my baby
Yes.
Valentino.
Yes.
He loves music too.
Do you ever
He's
Valentino
like
the
me.
musical dog on Instagram.
look
He's
at
just
him.
chilling.
He's being good.
He's
He's
being so
laying
good
here.
right
He
now.
follows Green Room. We gotta get him to follow.
Yeah,
Who's
you
that be?
gotta.
Who's that be talking to?
He's got an Instagram page?
Yeah, Valentino the
Stop.
musical dog.
Oh, I
That's
love
it.
I'll
He
have to
loves
look him up.
music.
So one of the
That's
one of the
legend.
biggest artists that I worked with, one extremely big artist, but he used to tell me, and this is something that spent most of my adult life. He always said you're gonna find your talent in pure isolation. So I tell people like I lost a lot of years from I started at 21,
Mhm.
so from like 21 to almost 40,
Mm.
I was
Mhm.
very like introverted, and so was he. And looking back on it, I feel like I missed a lot of stuff, but I still wouldn't change it for anything.
Right,
And I
right.
get what he's saying. I mean, you really got to turn that noise off and, be focused. And
Yep.
the only
Yeah.
way to do that is by, shutting the world off. Back then it was a little easier. There wasn't the Instagrams
Right,
and the
right,
Yeah.
and
So
all
easy
the
to get
right.
technology.
desensitized or locked in with
Yeah.
technology on your phone, but yeah.
So it was yeah, different timing back then. A lot less distractions. But
Mhm.
do you find that? I mean, do you feel you do your best work,
Yeah, I would
sort of
say
in?
well, personally, I would say I actually am. I enjoy my solitude.
Yep.
I'm very like introverted extrovert, but I would say
That's how
actually
I am.
more I love being
Yeah.
alone. Like I could be alone for months.
100%.
That may be the only child thing with me. But
That's what I was about to ask you,
yeah.
like, do you, I ain't gonna say miss it because we never had it, you don't know, but did you want sisters and brothers? Did you ever think about,
No.
like, I would love her?
No, I
Said,
wouldn't no,
I'm
I
good.
wasn't yearning
"No?"
for that.
Good.
No, because I always liked being alone and
Right, right, right,
I think
right.
a lot of my ideas come my best
I
ideas when I'm alone and like quiet in the dark.
yeah.
I prefer the dark. I'm
Yeah.
a vampire.
No, I agree with you. I'm 100% on
Mhm.
that because
Mhm.
everything that I do comes from me
Record in the
being by
dark.
myself. Yep.
Got my ambiance, the candles, salt lamp, incense.
Uh-huh.
You gotta set
Okay.
the vibe.
Okay, let me tell you straight real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So I love Jodeci. That's my favorite group in the world. Okay.
That's who I thought she was gonna say, by the way, when we said
Oh yeah,
R&B. I
exactly,
thought you were gonna say
exactly,
Oh, yeah?
exactly.
Jodeci. Yeah.
So there's this room. When they did the song "Freaking You."
Mm.
Okay, they said KC because they were younger boys. And they was first doing these songs, a lot of these songs,
Oh,
and they were
yeah.
church boys. They were
Musical
church boys.
dog.
Oh,
So they didn't talk about they
interesting.
didn't talk about sex stuff like that. So it took a lot for them to do it. So they said Devontae called KC and it was like, I need you to sing this song. Every time I close, it's all sexy. Think about it. And he was like, I can't sing that song. He said, I'm not singing this song. He came in 2 days in a row, like, I can't sing this song. So he said, he called him down. He had three girls in the sound booth with the lights off while he sang the song naked. Well, the girls were naked. And that's the only way he was able to sing that song.
What? Is that
And
JoJo?
KC,
This
KC.
cannot
KCC.
be
Yeah, the
real.
dark
Okay.
skinned one. And he said the moans in the song, all that's real. And that's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
But just
Yeah.
telling y'all, like, I the moment
R&B.
you have to be in the moment, in the mood, in the situation to get what you wanna get,
So
you
many
know?
different versions of creating in the darkness.
Yeah.
R
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, R
I
I
find
meant
R&B.
it
more like the
Yeah.
interesting.
channeling with the spirits of the past.
Oh, like your ancestors?
Yeah. Yeah, and also
Yeah.
I like paranormal stuff too, so connecting
Ooh.
with the spirits and those around us. and
So you
channeling that.
definitely believe that there's spirits around.
Yeah.
Have you
I
had
do
some
too.
kind of, like, paranormal experience ever?
Mhm.
You
Since
have?
I was young. Yeah, many.
Ooh, what
Mhm.
was your first one like,
I knew
and
you was
what
gonna
are they
answer that. Now you
like?
about to get me scared.
My first one? Well, my
I
parent
I get
at
scared.
night, I would always go into my parents' room and say, "There's people in my room, people in my room," but, they didn't believe me, but I would always see different faces and shapes kind of morphing. Kinda
Mhm.
looks like energy flowing, like pulsating, like
Like, from
energy
the
flows,
ether.
Wow.
a lot slower at
Yeah.
night, like the frequencies, and I could see different colors and different faces and people. And I had a few weird out of body experiences where I, like, just was, like, all over my house, and I saw my parents sleeping, my dog sleeping. I mean, this is all natural. This is I know,
Yeah,
like,
Like
like astral
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 projection.
projection,
Yeah.
projection
yeah.
almost. I feel like
Yeah.
That's
It hasn't
crazy.
happened in a while. They always happen it's, like, involuntarily. It's always
They were saying, what
what?
is
Oh, Elvis?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
like, there he
and
is. You feel
also, yeah, when we stay in Vegas, we stay at the Elvis Presley Villa, and his spirit is well alive. We've
you
had some
Really?
feel
weird
Elvis's
paranormal
spirit?
Oh, you feel it? I've seen
I
weird
feel it.
shadows, the
Huh.
lights used to flicker, we talked to the spirits,
Stop.
yeah.
Oh my
I'm
We were
god.
scared.
communicating, yeah,
That
and
is so
my partner
crazy.
actually called
Ooh.
security up, and he didn't wanna do a swipe. He was like, "Oh, hell no, I am,"
I'm
'cause he
not
could
doing
feel
it.
it. You could
Yeah.
feel the spirit come and leave, 'cause the
I'm
lights in the whole
good.
place, they
Oh,
came
man.
everything went off. It was freaky. We got snacks after it was like 3 AM, we were eating, and
Got some snacks
I'm
after the
I was
good.
Elvis
So
asking, "Can you eat in the afterlife?"
apparition.
And the lights went, "Shh." I was like, "Oh, good. Thank
Uh-uh.
God."
so you called a
I
Uh-uh.
swear to
security
God.
guy
We gotta know
Yeah.
what's
to look?
important.
And then I was like, "Is Elvis here?" And I didn't get that, but then was, "Is this Elvis's friend?" And then I went, "Shh."
Oh my
And then it kinda
god.
left
Wow.
shortly after.
Yeah.
And I'm sure,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
even
shook.
outside of,
That's
Elvis,
cool though.
just all the other people that, the
Yeah,
Rat
his
Yeah.
Pack,
friends, the
That's like a
artists,
gift.
singers, yeah.
You
everybody.
have like a special gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can connect. I could definitely tap
Mhm.
into it more if I want to. I don't always open up the the mirror, the
Mm.
portal, because you have
Like
to be
Yeah.
careful
harnessing it.
what you bring in, you never know. So,
Yeah,
only
but
for good, namaste.
what do they call that
Mhm.
when they say you're open? There's a term for
A
that,
medium,
a medium?
a
Or being
channeler,
clairvoyant.
clairvoyant, yeah.
Clairvoyant, yeah, that's what
Clairvoyant, yeah.
I dated a girl for a long time who was an ER doctor in a trauma unit,
Um,
and she was very clairvoyant,
oh my god.
and, she mentioned it to me, and it, like, freaked me out,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Oh, I could really freak you out if I told you everything that I
You
see."
take on a
Wow.
lot of energy
But
doing that,
that's
my
what she
god.
said, being
Yeah.
in a hospital,
Yeah.
you see a lot of life coming and going, and,
Mm,
she said it's not a bad thing, but she's like, "You gotta be open to it."
mm.
Yeah.
And, I've seen a few things, but
Passing on the other side, yeah.
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 What are some of the misconceptions that you see from like people as perspectives regarding like witchy things or spirituality in this way?
Well, there are definitely some misconceptions or negative connotations with it because I guess it's how you balance it, the lightness and the darkness. It's not all bad. A lot of it is just, like you said, honoring your ancestors and honoring your own spirit and honoring like, all the voices that came before you and all their struggles, their trauma, and just channeling it in a creative art form, which I'm trying to do. And I think that's what you really have to do. That's the power that lies within it.
Being in LA, have you been to the House of Intuition?
Oh, just that little spiritual
The
store?
little
Yeah,
can
yeah.
Yeah,
I prefer more like the low key, even the
mhm,
Spanish Ontario ones or warehouse
yeah.
ones. They're cheaper and, they have, like, roosters in the back and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a girl get me on
I know.
those. A girl put me on those candles, like, probably about 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and they work, and so it's funny you said honoring your ancestors.
Yeah.
That's the one that's right next to
Well, I
my
do a lot of, like,
bed at
full
night.
moon, new moon
Oh,
rituals and,
I
like,
love
you
those.
can make
Yeah.
your own, though. You can just do your own
Yeah.
essential oils and candles and spells, just, like, write what you want on a piece of paper, a
Mhm.
manifestation spell, and just burn it or drink moon water, stuff like
So
that.
they
I
say to
like
do that, to write down your manifestation, and then
Yeah,
you light
I
it
do
on
that.
fire?
Yeah, or that or put it under, like, moon water and charge it during, like, a full moon and then drink the water the day after.
Interesting.
So it's,
Mm,
like, charge the frequency,
yeah.
Ooh.
of that new moon or full moon.
Is there something like what's like the coolest thing you've manifested for yourself?
I would definitely say coming to LA and finding my true path with the singing and recording my own album and meeting my partner. I've always wanted a supportive, loving partner, and I think I am living out what I've manifested and wanted for myself. So that's nice. It takes you time. You get to like look back and you're like, oh yeah, I did pray for this. And then you're like, oh, okay, I should be more grateful, right? You're
Yes.
like, oh.
It's funny you say that because a lot of times they say if you ever just sit down and look at your life,
Mhm,
you're living everything that you ever asked for. There's some
mhm.
things that happen in your life that's negative, of course, but a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that you do that you ask for, usually that's what you're working for. It
Mhm,
takes time to get there, but sometimes I would look around at what I have and what I've done, and since I was probably 8 years old, I wanted to be in the dance world,
mm.
choreography, do mo like,
I love that.
everything I wanted to do, I did it
Mhm.
100%. So it's just about being patient and then
Yeah.
being consistent, you know?
I would love to start doing more music videos and choreograph and bring
Yeah,
on some great
Yes.
I'm telling
choreographers and
you,
dancers
We want the
and
it'd
music
be so
videos.
sick. It's
yeah, because
so
I
sick.
miss like I dance so much. I used to dance like 40 hours a week. It was
Woo! Yeah,
crazy
that
in
was some
college.
real
Yeah, like
yeah.
we were crazy, but
What
I
are
would
your,
love
let me
to.
see.
Hmm?
Okay, yeah, your feet look pretty though.
Oh, yeah.
They
Well,
look
yeah, well,
good.
what not when I was doing porn, then they had the
I was
black
expecting to look down
toes
at
and
this.
bruises.
Yeah.
Like, they look good.
Ballerinas'
Dancers'
feet are
feet.
not cute. I know they are nice.
Man,
They're
they
nice
nice
arch.
now, boy. They nice now.
Let's just take a moment to
Take a
appreciate.
moment with the feet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
you're both
Girls are so
dancers. You're both in
funny.
the
Yeah, girls are
dancing
funny.
world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you just like rock out at a party and everyone's like, or do you kind of lay back?
Well, if I'm wearing I wear dresses mostly, and the way I rock out, I'll do my leggy tilts.
Yeah. Can you
You
imagine
can't
that?
really see the whole shebang. I
Right.
don't know, when I just
Yeah.
groove, like, you know,
Okay, you just feel it.
Yeah. It's
Well,
yeah,
like you
one
maybe
dance so
different
much
view.
after a while, you just like when you go out,
Just
sometimes
chill.
you just groove a
You
little
just
bit, let
groove
them
and
know
chill.
you still got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then you sit down, you give a good song, and then you just like, "I'm good."
Mhm.
Well,
But
Yeah.
before we get out of here, where can people find you at?
My full name, Kyla Nicole Healey on Instagram, and then
Okay. And you also control Valentino's page
yes,
as well.
Valentino the musical dog. My website's
And do
on
you
the
still
bio.
do the AI movie?
I
Is that
do,
still okay?
yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
creating some more. I liked experimenting with
Yeah.
that. I made some really cool visual journeys. She's like one's like kind of like a Latin carpet. She's like in the
That was
desert,
really
and then
cool. If you
some
guys
in the
missed
Poconos.
yeah, that was a
yeah.
really cool thing to
Creating
watch.
her likeness
Yeah.
and consistency with that is kind of tricky, but you just gotta learn
Mm.
the
How
different.
about you, Mr. Shane? Where can people find you
You
at?
can find me on Instagram at I am Shane Sparks.
And
That's
then how
it.
about you, Mrs. B?
People can find me on Who Is That Bee Talking To on
I like
YouTube.
Yeah.
who was that?
And
And she
today, that bee was talking to.
and she does
Yeah.
have her own show, and it's very good. And
Oh, thanks a lot.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
that
Thank you for sharing that with her,
she
with our
guest
guest.
hosted
I'm
with us
honored.
today. But I want to leave on this note. You can find me. I'm just on Green Room Radio. I do have a true page, but I'm a little bit too old to keep up with two pages at the same
A
time. So
lot.
people keep messaging me on
So
True. I'm
stupid.
like, message me on Green Room. But I think you'll be able to attest to this, Shane. But one thing I can tell you, and it's so hard for me nowadays in music, I try to stay
Mm.
away, but I say either you have it or you don't. And I mean, one thing that I can honestly tell you is you have it, Kyla,
Yep,
Oh,
for sure.
thank
100%.
you.
And
That's
I think
sweet.
you've probably heard that coined, Shane.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
there is no in
Definitely.
between.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
nowadays musicians reach out to me and I'd tell them, I'm like, I don't have the heart to, because you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know it instantly
Yeah.
when I
You
see
just
it.
gotta be authentic.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that authenticity and that soul. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be perfect. You can
Well,
always refine it, but if you
Yeah.
connect with that, you can tell if
Yep.
someone's being true to themselves, and that's what I like.
yeah, well, I
Very true.
definitely feel that you have it, and I look forward.
Thanks.
Hopefully, we can get the first of the signed number them. I'm
Yes.
seeing
I
artists
will
on the
sign that vinyl too. On June 28th, we'll be
yeah
selling the vinyl after the
uh,
show, do a meet and greet at
yeah.
the W.
Hopefully,
Mhm.
we'll get that, and hopefully, we can come check out your show.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would love that.
And we want to see the music videos too.
Oh, you're gonna do some music videos too with
Yeah,
me?
I will.
Ooh,
I'll do real ones too.
okay,
Yeah.
Like, 'cause the ones I
cool.
created are just AI, but I wanna do some cool ones with great choreography and dancers,
Yes.
create something
Of
beautiful, a
course. Give
masterpiece.
them something. Give them the other side of you.
Yeah, give 'em
Yep.
all sides.
Well,
I'm
Yep.
hiding. I've been hiding too long.
Yeah.
Gotta
I'm
come
coming out of the
out.
shell, the
Yeah.
butterfly.
yeah.
Butterfly.
The butterfly, I
Well,
love that.
thank
It's
Love
full
that.
circle,
Full
right?
circle moment
Full
with that.
circle.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
We will check in with you. We know you're here in Vegas a lot,
Mhm.
but we
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Peace out, everybody.
Green Room Radio.